What's going on, y'all? Sunday, September 21st. Down in the shop. Just got down here, as you can see. Sunrise behind me. It's about 6:15. Pops is up early this morning. He had to open the shop for me. Yesterday evening, I got the lawnmower out and was cutting some grass. And I pitched my keys down right there on top of that fuel cell. And walked clean out of the shop and locked the door behind me and didn't even think about it. Went to go get my car and thought, well, I ain't got no keys. So I told Pops I'd be down here early this morning. I was walking across the yard and he come out on the porch. So he must have been up early this morning. He didn't stay down here long though. He went right back up there. So he must be going to make him some coffee. But we've got not a real busy day today. Just a little bit to do. And the chassis is completely finished. The dogs just took off. I don't know if that's another dog or what up there in the yard. Looks like another dog. The chassis is finished. Dustin Newton, I think his dad's coming after it today. Or Dustin is, I'm not sure. I think Dustin's dad's coming after it. We need to get the header back on our car. I think I had the passenger header off because we had it on Dustin's chassis. Making sure on the bar that the mid plate mounts to, because on the passenger side, I kind of have to bend that bar out a little bit before it comes down. So I took my header off to put on that so we could do that. I mean, it don't take long to take it off. I do need to, this is stuff that I want to add to the list to do this winter to make things easier for us next season when we start to build again, or at the first of the year. I need to get a set of headers here at the shop, and they just hang on the wall, and that way I can put them on cars and when we're building them, and they'd be solely for that reason. So we're gonna throw that header back on. We'll put that header back on there. I've got some more gaskets, and pretty sure I do. That way our car can be mobile, and once that header's back on there, it'll crank and move and all that. So when Matt Brown gets here, our game plan is to move the chassis outside. It's on the roll around cart, so we're just gonna roll it outside, and then I can take the jack and move my car around where it can be mobile, and I'll just drive it out. And that way we have the whole shop for Matt Brown to pull his up in here, and we get busy on it, get him fixed up so he can get back on the road, since he will be a long ways from home. So we'll get him fixed up. That's about all we got to do today. Shout out to Kobe, the boy that we borrowed the sheet metal brake from. He sent me a message last night and this morning. Matter of fact, he was up early this morning. He sent me a message about 4:30 this morning and said that he didn't mind bringing that brake back out here. And we'll probably do that today. If he gets that back out here and this chassis gets picked up, then we'll put our car in the center of the shop, and we're gonna do some videoing, and we're gonna make us some more body panels. So that'd be good to do today. Get some more done on this body. And we're trying to get our body finished to where our car is just sitting here, ready to go. A complete roller minus the engine. And then once we're able to go down to Twisted and pick up our motor, we can put it in and get it back turnkey. Like I said, we got a few things to do, the transmission leak and stuff like that. So we'll get that all fixed. Ain't no worries. Ain't no big deal. Yeah, that's the Sunday we got going for us right there. It's not a bad day. I'll probably do a video this evening that y'all will see probably midweek. I'm gonna try to get these videos edited and hopefully I'll have, by the time you're watching this one, you've already seen the video from Saturday. So trying to get them knocked out, y'all. We're gonna try to get some more content going. And may do a video this evening with Holly and the house, and kind of give y'all an update on the baby and an update on the house. So y'all hang out with us. We're gonna work on some factory stocks, a few of them. Y'all hang out. All right, y'all. I didn't realize that I didn't have the camera turned back over here on the time lapse when I had it over there scraping the header off. Pops and I threw that header up in there and tightened everything up. You can tighten every bolt up with an impact except for one, and it's behind the front tube. So that's what Pops was just doing, and I had to put a wrench on it. So we're gonna get all this welder and stuff moved and picked up. I'm gonna move my car outside, and then we're gonna move that chassis out there where my car's sitting, and then we'll take this car and crank it here in a little while. We'll wait a little bit. We'll wait till everybody wakes up a little bit. If they don't wake up, then we'll wake them up. So we'll get this in mobile. It's mobile now. Since the header's back on it, it'll crank, run, whatever. So even if we have to wait a little while, we don't want to crank anything too early. But we'll get it all situated. Y'all hang out. All right, y'all. We took the jack, y'all just seen in the time lapse. We're gonna move the front end over a little bit so it'll be a little bit easier to maneuver this thing out of here when we need to. Got the frame outside. Pops and I got it rolled out here, it's ready to load up. We were talking about how humid it is. It's a little sticky this morning. I'm already sweating. But we're gonna get this thing moved outside, and when Matt Brown gets here, we'll get his in here, and we'll pick the camera up when all that goes down. So y'all hang out. All right, y'all. We're gonna get this thing fired up. We've had the battery charger on it for a little while. It's about 8:30, 8:40 right now. I think Matt said he's gonna be around 9 o'clock. So we've had the battery charger on this. In the meantime, we built Matt a rear bumper, and I didn't put the legs on it yet. We'll wait till he gets here, and I'll get a center to center on his car, and then put the legs on it. We'll get that mounted on his car for him, and then we'll get his front suspension knocked out and get him on his way so he can go get his body done. So, but right now I'm gonna throw the phone up on the tripod. We're gonna crank this thing. We ain't cranked it in a couple weeks, probably a few weeks. So we're gonna crank because we've had the header off. So we're gonna go ahead and get it cranked, let it warm up a little bit, and then we're gonna get it moved out of here and get it up there out of the way. So y'all hang out. I'm gonna throw this up on time lapse, or not time lapse. I'm gonna leave it on real time. I'm gonna throw it up on the tripod. Let me see if I can get it in here without messing anything up. I had to cut the radio off so we don't get demonetized. Yep. been cranked. That the carburetor leaks down some, and that's mainly our biggest problem. So Cody Howard let us borrow that carburetor, and we're gonna go ahead and buy it from him and have it sent off and gone through. We'll probably send it out to TCC, Brandon at TCC, and have him go through it for us and get it ready for the new motor. Use this tool to get in it. Alright y'all, I'm not gonna record long. I just wanted to update y'all on what we got going on. Pops and I just picked up a brake, a sheet metal brake, and we are headed home. Shout out to Chuck Gibson and Eli Gibson and Isaac Gibson. Y'all heard me talk about Chucky and Eli. His son does all of his body work. He's at college, so they let us borrow their brake, and their son Isaac helped us load it. So shout out to them. Great people. They've helped us a lot. So we appreciate them very much. And we're gonna get this thing to the house, get it unloaded. And Pops and I, hopefully tonight, we'll have a door and quarter panel made. And then we can start on a fender, nose piece, and hood. So the local track, North Alabama, decided that they're gonna race October 19th. So hopefully we can make that show to shake the car down. It'd be nice to make some laps in it this year. That was the goal. So I'm gonna quit recording because I'm driving, and I don't want to get yelled at in the comments. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be back with you in the shop. All right, y'all. Pops and I are back to the house. I done some videoing earlier when we was driving down the road, and I quit because I figured people would yell at me. We're in the shop. Here's the brake. It is a Proformer 6 foot, kind of like a racer's brake pretty much. And shout out again to Eli and Chucky and Isaac. We appreciate them for letting us borrow it. And it will do 040 aluminum and 22 gauge mild steel. So there'll be plenty for what we're doing. Here comes the wind.
Ooh, that feels good.
It does feel good, don't it? We're starting to get a little bit of the wind from that hurricane. And they said it would start tonight. Of course, rain for us is going to start tonight and rain all day tomorrow, Friday. That ain't no big deal. What we're working on right now, and I decided to pick the camera up because I had forgot, is we got this old bumper that we've been using for mock-up. And it's like an old Speedway performance body style bumper. And it had a pretty messed up leg right here, or mounting leg. So I cut it off. It was wadded up and broke off. And it had a brace that went from here to the leg and then from here to the leg. So I'm going to put those back on once I get it fixed. But I got a piece of 1 1/4 and I'm going to slug it. And then I got my piece of 1 1/2 that I'm going to put on here and make a new leg and cut that off the length I need.
So I might need a new leg.
We'll slug it and put you a new leg on.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get the bumper on so we can get it mounted. And then we can put the nose piece back on so we can get an idea of how long our fenders are going to be. And we'll explain once we get the nose piece on here how we're going to do the fenders and everything. I mean, it's not rocket science. People have been doing it this way for years. It's just we would like to explain it to y'all so y'all get an idea which way we're headed. So obviously we still have to make a door, quarter, and sail panel for this side. And then, of course, both sides, we're going to do that piece down the whole roof. It'll be about 2 inch sticking down. So it just kind of clean it up and make it look a little better. And we're going to, here, I'm going to fall down. We're going to do the quarter and door hopefully tomorrow maybe. I was talking to Jordan Presley earlier. He's getting the next chassis, number 8. And Jordan, we're looking for you a frame. I told you earlier I had talked to the frame guy. He's supposed to be getting one. So fingers crossed, he calls me. I know it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and that'll pretty much wash him out from getting one. And hopefully he'll holler at us Saturday or first of the week, and we'll get you frame up here. And once we get Jordan's frame, bare frame up here, then we can start slinging tubing at it and get it knocked out pretty quick. Y'all remember number 6 chassis we knocked out in 10 days? So, yeah, 11 days total, everything. So we're hoping to get back to that. This past car was a little different. We'd had to do stuff a little different. And we want to get these knocked out quick for these guys. We know they're waiting on them. And so we want to get them knocked out and get them a chassis. So until we get him a frame, though, we're going to try to take advantage of every free second we have to get this one buttoned up. Like I said, a local track is going to race October 19th for a little Halloween race, trick-or-treat thing for the kids. We don't want to go down there and try to be competitive and all that. We just want to make laps on this car this year because that was our goal. And I've got to run down some lead. I know we're going to be light. That's one of the other main reasons Pops and I are trying to get this body done, is so we can get this thing back on the scales and see exactly how much lead we do need. We weighed this thing, if y'all remember, when it was rolling, and it kind of had a makeshift motor in it. But now that it is turnkey, we would like to get it on the scales, and that way we can get the numbers where we would like to have them. So y'all hang out with us. I'm gonna throw it up on time lapse real quick. We're gonna fix that bumper and then get it mounted on the car, and then I'll pick back up when we get the nose piece mounted, and we'll kind of explain where we're headed with the sheet metal. Y'all hang out. All right, y'all. We got the bumper on there, fixed and on there. So now, Pops and I are gonna sit the nose piece back up there and bolt it back on. Got it?
I got it.
Bolts are still in it.
No.
You get nuts out?
Yeah, they're all laying right on the front of the car.
Okay. Yeah, bolts are still in it. Come to me.
Yeah, make them glue, bro.
Come up. Be right there at it. Go down just a little bit.
I think my bolt is a little.
Right there, isn't it? All right. Let go with it. Man, pick up on the front. Oh, I see what it is. We're hitting our aluminum here.
Oh, we're hitting this.
Yeah.
Where it's hanging out there a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hitting our radiator mount. About to do a little trimming. That's student.
Huh?
Get in a hurry. Not thinking. Lay my gloves down over there.
Oh,
I can take that flat disc and kind of just
round them off,
Yeah.
shorten it up a little bit.
open it a little bit. You gotta do a little surgery. You know it feels good outside, but I'm sweating.
Just one, yeah.
It's muggy.
Yeah.
Right. Gotta do a little opening up on the bumper, that's all. If I get the plug up. 4 inches in. And that. May need to measure. Just to make sure. I'm having to do it 2 or 3 times. Oh, pretty close. off of me here in a minute. Be eating me up.
Oh. Come on, wait. Look, washer right there.
Turn that when we go out with that nose piece. Let's bump it and get all that out of there. A little bit of shavings.
Shavings. I'm in.
Wood still hitting that bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're hitting the bolt. Wait, we need to come up over it.
I'm over it.
All right. No, you're not.
I was.
Well, we're gonna take the bolts out. Is what I'm saying. And come up over the bolts in the radiator mount. It should come out. See if you can get yours in. Just see if you can get yours in. I can raise it up. Down. Down.
I can't go.
The bolt needs to go down. Down.
See, I'm sitting on this now. Because the way we're
Or that.
holding it up there.
It's been in there before.
I know it.
Alright, now. You're sitting dead on them bolts.
Yep.
Who planned that out? Well, we're going to do it again.
We've done this before.
Y'all hang out. All right. That was my goal for this evening, was to get that bumper fixed and get the bumper cover back on. I was wiping it down. It looks a lot cleaner in video than it does in person. It's got marks all over it from keeping it stored over here on the shelf, and keeping it stored over here on the shelf, it kind of puts marks all over it. And I wiped it off because it was real dusty and dirty looking, and I can't stand that. So, brand new car, looks like it's been raced. But it's all right. We're going to get her worked out. Pops and I were getting an idea of what we're going to do. What we're going to do right here, y'all. Y'all know these bumper covers step down and step in right here. We're just going to make a piece that comes off of here, and it'll angle toward the center of the wheel like we did our fender, kind of the same angle. And then, of course, we have a body tab on the frame right there. There'll be a brace behind it to hold it. And then it'll be bolts in that and bolts in there. The top of the fender, of course, will come down, and we're going to put a little bit roll in it, so it'll kind of roll down to the nose piece. And then the sides will be made onto it, and they'll overlap the door, and they'll overlap this front piece, and then we'll bolt it here, bolt it to the door, bolt it up to the decking, and then we'll bolt it to the nose piece. That way, the fender can obviously be removed. Take the tire off, you can walk up in there and do what you got to do. But bumper worked out great. Nose piece is sitting exactly where we want it. It is drooping down a little bit from where it's been stored, so we'll level it up and bring this up like that before we put any sheet metal on it. And that was where we wanted to get tonight. We wanted to get that unloaded and get it in the shop so it didn't get rained on. And we try to take care of everybody's equipment that they loan us. So it's supposed to rain starting tonight, rain all day tomorrow. And now Pops and I can come in here tomorrow evening and start slinging some sheet metal. And hopefully we can get a lot of it done. It won't take us long now that we got a good idea of what we need to do. We'll get the sail panel made for the passenger side, and then we'll make our quarter and door for this side. And then we'll start laying out our front fenders and small pieces here. And we will, where this angles from the nose piece down, this little piece right here, we will double the lip on it just because it's a small piece, and it kind of holding the nose too as well. But that bumper underneath there does have tabs on it, So we will put bolts through the bumper cover itself into the bumper. So it'll all, once we get it all tied up and bolted up and mounted, it'll be there. But it's coming together, y'all. We don't know if we'll make the race the 19th. We hope we do. At least make some laps anyway. I don't care if it goes out there and makes 5 laps and we load it up and come home. I'll be happy. My goal was to make some laps this year. I've said that 3 times in this video, and that's just what my goal is. If somebody races at the end of this year, I'm gonna make some laps somewhere. Shout out to Matt Brown again for the motor. He come and Sunday. I'm sorry, y'all, I didn't record any of his car here. He was a long way from home. He had to go even further away from home to carry his car to get the body on it in Mississippi. So we got his car in here, got done with what we had to do, hung out with him for a minute, and then he took off to Mississippi. So we appreciate Matt, and we feel like it's going to be a good car and a good program he's got going. So we can't wait to see his car run. Can't wait to see it with a body on it. Man, that chassis is sharp. That blue. Yep. It's the Illusion blue, and he's doing a solid white body. So it's going to be real sharp. We can't wait to see what Blake Comer does with it. And Blake does a real good job. And I'm sure it'll be sharp. So we're just trying to make ours look halfway decent so we can make some laps. I think it's turning out pretty good myself for the first full body we've ever done. But we'll get there, y'all. Like I said, we got rockers to go along the bottom of the door. That door looks really long now that we have the nose piece on it. So Pops and I were talking about trimming that door a little bit, shortening it up just a little bit. So when we put our plastic on there, you'll have enough plastic showing and it'll look right. And we'll have plastic around the nose piece. And of course, we'll angle it on the right side so the nose piece don't get in the ground. And we'll go from there. We got some sheet metal work to do this weekend. Hopefully we get a frame for Jordan and we can get started on his, get it knocked out. And then the next car after his is going to Florida. And then the next car after that is going to Tennessee. So we'll get these guys fixed up this year. That way they can get these cars together over the winter. And hopefully in 2025, we got a bunch of hound dogs out there racing. Everybody get these cars together they got sitting around. I like messing with these guys. I know they're taking their time. I mean, heck, we've been putting this thing together for a little over a year. So we know it takes time. We know it takes time to do it right. We thank y'all for hanging out with us. I think Pops and I are going to call it a night. It's about 8 o'clock. And tomorrow's Friday. Hope everybody has a great weekend. I'm going to post this tomorrow morning, Friday morning. So everybody stay safe during this hurricane and this weather. I know it's going to be coming up into Georgia, and they said Georgia's going to get hit pretty hard as well. So everybody stay safe. Keep your head on a swivel. And if you race this weekend, good luck. And until next time.
Appreciate it, guys, gals. Thank y'all very much. Appreciate everybody's comments. Till next time. God bless you.
See y'all.